Hiya, we're here with another pot. I have a little bit different combination and thought I would take you along my reveal with me because I never know for sure what's gonna go on. I think I didn't let it cool quite as long as I could have. Yeah, hold on. But I don't want to wait anymore. So, let's take this out. Everything's in one piece. I just dropped the rock. And so this is actually onion water. I boiled a whole bunch of onion skins before I put my stack of bundled plants and papers in, and it was kind of a yellowy color, but right now it's looking really, really brown. And I'm gonna try and stay out of my own light here so you can see. Wow, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. Cool off the bundle a little bit. Whew. That's the hardest part with this, is at least for me, is the waiting part, because it takes a bit of time. Usually I let the plants boil in whatever mixture of water and whatnot that I have going on for about 2 hours. This one I let soak for, or brew for maybe an hour and a half. It was just looking so dark. And I put some fabrics in the side, pieces of lace, and they are so rusty, grungy looking. I'll show you that right after I get all this unbundled. I also have some trims in the bottom of this because Mom had some flowers that she was tossing from Mother's Day, so I used some of the flowers. Oh, this is cool. I'm gonna try and stay out of the light. But we've got green and brown, some yellow. Now the water after the onion skins, as I was saying earlier, was pretty intense in yellow. In fact, it stained my fingers for a day or so. Some baby's breath. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Here's little like light spots where it was. That's kind of cool. It's real brown instead of being kind of more on the blackish or purpley side. It's real brown. That's nice. I'm so excited. Maybe I should have let it sit longer. I don't know. How pretty is that? So it's kind of subtle. I love that when it's just kind of light impressions. Oh, I did a couple of envelopes in this batch too. This is one of the envelopes. Looks like I'm gonna have to be really careful with how this dries. That is so cool. I am gonna do a nature journal, and I'm gonna use my eco dyes, and I have some eco dyes from Terry Lee Payne. I also have some from Pamela Cass, I think I still have some from Billy Joe McDermott and from Claudia. I have some of hers when we had our distress paper swap. So I have some papers from Claudia in South Africa. So I'm gonna put a journal together with those papers. How pretty. See, now there's some purple. I wonder how that'll dry. Not a lot of penetration of color all the way through. So pretty. This, oh, I just ripped that piece. So this was a pretty big bundle as well. Super large, extra large. Some baby's breath. The baby's breath, you can see little white spots. Interesting, interesting. This is the torn piece. That one will be mine for sure. I'm pretty fortunate for the most part. I don't have too much that tears, probably because I use the heavier paper. And again, the paper that I use is a mixed media. Mixed media 90 pound. Sometimes I have like a 98 pound, but this is a 90 pound. I get it at Walmart. How pretty. I'm gonna delay, see if you guys can see or how it's showing on camera. It's like yellow and green and purple and a little bit of brown on this one. Yeah. And I had thought that it was the back side of the leaves that was giving the impressions, you know, the more detailed. But this right here is the front side of the leaf that I just took off. So maybe it just kind of depends on how much alum I use. The big fern leaf. So this one looks a lot different than the previous two I did this week. Now the coleus plant was actually dried. I picked it yesterday and it actually dried almost crispy in one day. Last time I had it for 2 days and it didn't even get crispy like that. So I'm not sure why it dried out so fast. Can you see this outline? It's so pretty. So I didn't really divide this up, you know, like the one half I did a one way and the other half I did, oh, is this another envelope? This is really thick feeling. Oh, it's a piece that I forgot to put something in the middle. Haha, that's cool. So I just had plants on the two outer side, but look how the color seeped all the way through. Very cool. Now I forgot what I was starting to say. So I'm not sure. This is probably going to be the last eco day I do for, I don't know, a little while. It's unusual for me to do 3 in a week. And some more flowers. But nothing really came of it. Just kind of an outline impression. No real color. Those were purple carnations. That turned out really cool though. The ferns came out really pretty in this today, Mom. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool because it's kind of like ghost images, some of it. Some come out so dominant, like this one. That one feels kind of thick too. Huh. Oh, it's just one piece. Some of the, where I was using the baby's breath is starting to, I'm getting into that part of the pile. So another one where they're just nice, light and subtle. Those are nice because they can be used as like journaling cards. Actually, the whole thing can be. They're not that dark that you can't write on top of it. This brown right here, how do I get more of that? This one's really cool. Tour. Let's try that one right in half. Okay, now at the lower part of the pile I was using more flowers, so this one here, all these little spots, those are all baby's breath from Mom's Mother's Day bouquet. is that one? I got some like turquoise on this one. What? Oh, that's from it was like a little purple bellflower. I took a picture of the plants before I used them, so I will edit them in either probably between this reveal and them showing them again dry. But it was like a purple bellish type flower. I have no idea what it's called, but that must be where that blue came from. I got some purple and some blue. I'm not sure how much of it'll hold up after it dries. I'm excited though. Something a little different every time. But that's one thing I've kind of gotten out of doing so many close together is I remember, kind of what I did, as opposed to now waiting potentially a week or more between batches. And then I'm just kind of recalling because I don't remember really what I did. Those purple bellflowers, Mom, they gave me some blue. Here they are, right here. And this right here was one of those dyed chrysanthemums where they put the whole stalk in dye and it goes up the stem and into the flower. I'm really surprised it didn't leave more color. But look at that blue. Where did that come from? I want more of that. Maybe it's inside. I did use some begonias in this batch too that I haven't used before. This is that deep red carnation from Mom's Mother's Day flowers. So I got some colors in here I haven't had before.
It's beautiful. I love the red, orange,
What?
I love the red, the orange, the yellow.
Well, I haven't had any orange yet, but I've got pink and blues that
That's nice.
Isn't that cool? And that blue is from those deep red carnations.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess we better save them.
Yeah, we got more in your other flowers, don't we? So see, the deep red carnation left almost like a bluish purple.
Oh, pretty.
And the baby's breath left little dots, like white dots.
Yeah. Those are beautiful.
How dark the other side came out.
Oh, I love that. Love the touch of color.
It's just a matter of it drying. You never know what it's going to look like after it dries.
Those are beautiful.
So another layer or so, and I should be into where the begonias are. Alright, so the dark red carnations. Let me see. Mom's got an arrangement right here. These are the carnations that gave the blue. So now we know where to get at least some splashes of blue from. Put that back. So hopefully you all aren't getting tired of watching this, because I know I put out, it'll be 3 videos in a row with this stuff. That's begonia flower right there. That was just a blossom. Gonna have to go out and get some begonias, Ma, instead of sneaking them from the front office. Hey, I have permission to cut plants anytime I want, but I just did mostly deadheading and took, you know, stems and branches that were kind of on their way out anyways, just in case someone did yell at me. That's an envelope. I think. Maybe not. Oh yeah, here it is. The flap. Maybe not. Here we go. Just want it to make sure it dries open. So again, this was onion water, and then the rest of it is just natural from the plants themselves. I didn't add any coffee this time. I really wanted to, but I didn't. Can you see this, Mom? Look.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
The other side.
I like it, I like it.
Even the baby's breath is really cool. The little white spots all over. Another begonia blossom. So these pages look like nothing I've had in the past. It's all totally different. I've never done the onion skin water, and I've never done the begonias before. In the very bottom, I actually put a few pieces of fabric down, so we'll see how those came out. Here's the envelope. Be careful. One of my friends in the group that I'm in, the Junk Journal Junkies, ETC, she actually ordered some, and she said she was more tempted to put them in frames than she was to use them. Which is really cool. So here is some eyelet fabric. Oh, look how grungy that looks. Way too cool. That drain. So those red leaves with the onion water yielded a much stronger purplish color. And see, now the begonia, this was a begonia, and this one didn't throw as much color. So see, you still just never know. But there's the baby's breath. Wow. I'm almost done. This is an envelope. I think I did 4 envelopes. And the last piece of fabric that I had in here. Some begonias. Now this was just a white piece of almost like a pillowcase type fabric with a little embroidered trim on the bottom. Look at this fabric, Mom. Come here before I take it out of frame. Isn't that cool?
Interesting, yeah. Wow.
And the last piece of paper with begonia. All right. So now I have to spread it all out and let it dry. And we'll come back together again and check it out. See you in a little bit. Hello, and we are back. And oh my goodness, is this a pretty batch? Let me just bring myself up here so I can see what you see, and we're gonna flip through it. Let me just turn volume down. All right, so this here is the batch we did in the onion skin water, and that was pretty much all I added to the water other than the plants themselves. So I'm going to show you the big pieces first, and then we'll look at the little pieces. And I actually had some fabric in the bottom of this one too. So the only other thing that was really different actually was what I had layered up in the papers. Here, I'll see if I can, this is actually some baby's breath. I think you can kind of pick that out a little bit. And the first pages that we're going to go through in the big pages, there are begonias. So this here is begonia. This is a begonia. Behind it is a fern, and then hibiscus. This is a coleus leaf, and then again the baby's breath. And then the other side. Aren't the colors great? Oh my. I'm so excited. We've got some really cool brown with the coleus. And then the little dark green is reminiscent of the begonia. I can't pull out the names of these plants tonight. I got a little bit of orange and yellow up in there. And there's actually even some blue every here and there too. So, isn't it gorgeous though? Nothing out of the ordinary really here. Here's a begonia. And then my traditional leaves, the ones that I always use, the arbicola. But look at this onion skin water. The brown, is that not yummy? It's so grungy looking. Here's another little begonia. I think that's where we're getting a lot of the green from. It was the bright pink begonia, not the red ones, but the pink. The fern, hibiscus, hibiscus, hibiscus. So excited about this batch. I actually have more onion skin water that I made tonight, and I'm going to do another batch in the morning. I was going to do it tonight, but it would end up being too late and too much, and I want to record it, so it can wait till tomorrow though, right? Beautiful though. So much stuff I've never gotten in a boil before. Fern, begonia, a little bit of purple in there, and there's some pink over here and a little bit of purple, and then we have our coleus leaf. I love the way the little papers kind of framed out. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That green. I don't know how or why a pink flower would throw green. It's crazy. All right, now this was the dark red carnation that gave us blue. And it bled right through the paper. I had a chrysanthemum that was bright pink, but it didn't really leave much pink. And my big coleus leaves, some really cool, that was another carnation. This is so pretty. I almost don't want to show it to anybody. I don't want to get rid of it. Of course, I don't have to sell it or anything, right? Now this here, when I did this, this was the page when I was rinsing them that was stuck together, and somehow I missed putting plants on the inside. But look how cool it is. It's gorgeous. And then this is the other side. So even though I didn't have anything there, I still got some really cool outlines and prints. You can see a little bit of the fern. I just can't get over the colors. We're going to do a bunch of fern in this next batch. I keep wanting to push this up. Hopefully I'm kind of in frame. So I only had so many of the begonias, so I don't have any more of those in, you know, the big pages, but we've got some beautiful color, beautiful impressions. Did I show you the other side of this one? I think so. But see how that's little framed out? Perfect little spot for journaling. And that's kind of like what happened here too. Perfect spot for like journaling. That's the great big arbicola. How pretty. My little, why do I keep forgetting the name of the little flowers? I'm dehydrated. No wonder if that has anything to do with it. How pretty. Anyways. So those are all the larger pages. These are envelopes. So this is the flat side and this is the flap side. This one tore a little. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call, spam. I just refused it. But isn't this so cool? So just a little amend that can be fixed. Easy peasy. But there's the begonia and the fern and the coleus. I have 5 envelopes, I think. This is begonia and fern, and one of those little pieces of paper that kind of block out. Begonia, fern. Oh my God. Isn't this beautiful? You understand, I've been doing eco dye for, I don't know how many years. I've been in a group almost 2 years, so at least 1.5 years I've been playing with the eco dye stuff. And this result is the first time I've had this kind of colors. I've never done onion skins before. Okay, let's do it this way. So we'll just flip through it. And then these are all the little pieces that I had in between the big pieces. And every one is just as gorgeous as the last. Some of them have a lot more definition than the others. And some of them, you don't see the definition right away. But if you allow your eye to kind of focus, you can see the leaves. Instead of it just being, you know, colors. You kind of see the ghost images. See, here we got the arbicola and the fern. A little bit of orange in here. The browns are beautiful. This is the paper that tore. Very rarely do I get tears when I'm taking things apart, but I had two things that tore, the envelope and this. I don't think anything else really tore on me. Isn't that beautiful? I hope I'm not the only one that's excited. I hope other people enjoy this too. And another little stack. I'm going to definitely make sure I do a bunch of the ferns because they're just so pretty. Here's a baby's breath. And hibiscus, coleus. Fern. And this looks like the front side of maybe the coleus. And this kind of color is from the begonia. Isn't that not amazing? So pretty. This is what I'm hoping for tomorrow in the next batch too. Can you guys see it? What if I bring it up close? Is that not gorgeous? Bring it down. Here I am chasing it. So pretty. And here we got some rainbow colors. This is, we're getting close to where that carnation was in the water. So the carnation was the only flower that had dye drawn up through its stem into the petal and the leaves. We've got some pink and blue. Well, this blue right here is from the dark red carnation, and it was in its natural color. And this here, I didn't see this before. The little bell, it was a little purple bell flower. I have to identify what that was. That was in my mom's Mother's Day corsage bouquet. Here's that carnation or chrysanthemum. Man, I'm off with my words and my names tonight. I am dehydrated. All right. So that's all the papers, but look at this grunge. Can you see it? Should I put something white underneath us? Something that's a little more solid in color. Is that not yummy? Oh my goodness. Check this one out. This is a piece of fabric that I got from Jill Nipper. This is from Julia Ward. This piece right here. It came in the stamp swap that we did. So Julia, this is the piece of lacy fabric that you sent to me. I don't know if it's like a curtain panel or what it is, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It took some beautiful color. And then this is a piece of fabric that I got from Jill. But look at the color that it soaked up. Now again, it was just onion water, begonias, and this is a coleus, I believe. But this leaf soaked through 4 layers because I had it folded like this and like this in the pot. So that plant, though, all the way through to the 4th side. Is that not amazing? It's so pretty. And then, also from Jill Nipper, this here is a white cotton fabric. It looks like the edging from like pillowcases. You know how it has the ornamental edge? So it's like got embroidery here. You can see the fern. Oh my God, it's so pretty. And then it was folded in the water in fourths. Yeah. So this was what was on top. And then I did I have something in between here? Or did I think I just let it kind of seep through. And then the grungy of the grunge, I had this lace in there too. It's so yummy. If anybody's watching this and doesn't really get the junk journal and the grungy, they're going to think I'm a nut. But look at this, girls. Is it not amazing? I did 3 pieces. My mom says it looks dirty. I think it looks perfect. But look how it matches. This all just matches so perfectly. All right, so tomorrow I'm going to do it again. I'll probably record it, but I don't know if I'll publish it or upload it. It just kind of depends on if it's anything different or if it's just more of the same, because I don't want to keep putting stuff out and have it look all the same. But I am so excited and so happy I got something that's so very different from what I've had. Unbelievable. It's just so gorgeous. Now I can't wait to use it, but I think I have to hoard it first. All right, my friends, thanks for hanging out and sharing in my excitement anyways. Have a great night. Until the next video, bye-bye.